Alright guys, let's be honest for a second. If that shark didn't accidentally take out Steven Seagal in the first round of the Shallows, he would have been dead meat. That seagull would have kicked his booty. Don't deny it, you know it's true. Steven Seagal's got the elbows of fury. What's up, Chomp Down crew? My name's Ben, and today we're here to talk about Shallow Waters. No, sorry. Shallow Blue Sea? No. Finding Nemo? Oh god. The Shallows is the movie we're talking about today. It's been a while since there's been like a solid, good shark movie. Obviously, Jaws is gonna be the best shark movie forever. It's just kind of perfection. No movie is perfect, but it is kind of special. And overall, I'd probably describe The Shallows as not bad, but it was a pretty good shark movie, honestly. The Shallows is a story about a girl who is trying to escape the drama of her family that is going through some pretty heavy times. And the way that they describe that story is through Instagram and FaceTime, and movies have no clue how to incorporate that at all yet. I mean, I haven't really seen a movie that has been able to even incorporate texting really that well. Maybe House of Cards, that one's pretty good actually. But while Blake Lively tries to find herself in South America, she runs into some really brutal shark murder and massacre type stuff. And this movie actually gets really gruesome. And for as bad some of the CGI parts are, some of them are really good. But there is something beautiful to look at. Oh, no, I meant the location. Oh, come on, guys. And while it's a really gorgeous location, I didn't really think that the camera work was all that special. There was just a lot of refocusing. And instead of her getting there and getting right to the action, there's a ton of exposition through Snapchat, through her phone. And for some reason, they think that the best way to introduce the exposition is to stick it in between a big surfing montage that goes on forever. And that might be okay if the surfing montage had good music. Like, honestly, the music was so bad. There's no way you enjoyed that music. No one was boogieing in their seat. It was bad. And this movie overdoes the slow-mo cam so much. Just so much slow-mo. There were a ton of gratuitous shots of Blake Lively in slow-mo that I'm not complaining about at all, and she did a pretty good job, honestly. There was a really good bit about how she was going to nursing school, and that came into play with the plot, and I kind of liked that a lot. But it felt like she took a lot of notes from Leonardo DiCaprio in her performance. Just say. This movie did kind of feel like if you took The Revenant, replaced the bear with a shark, melted all the snow, and cut out all the beautiful landscapes with a couple swooping motions. And there's no real bad guy, just the shark. And the other thing about this movie is that, like, this was an angry shark. Like, this shark was out for revenge for some reason. And it was to the point where he would straight up eat metal to get to Blake Lively. It was very strange how angry this shark was and how much he wanted to eat this poor girl. It was kind of sad. But if you can completely shut your brain off and forget that animals don't really work like that, unless they do. No, they don't. They don't work like that. Then this movie is kind of really scary. There were a couple times where I was clenching my fists, but like, you know she's gonna survive most of the time. There was just a lot of kind of bloody parts, I'd say, that were kind of gruesome. If I'm being brutally honest, the tone to this movie was all over the place. The beginning took way too long, and way too many silly, pointless things happened just to propel the story for longer. But overall, a great shark movie. If I had to rate it in my favorite shark movies, Jaws, Deep Blue Sea, just because, like, classic. That scene with Samuel L., I'm not trying to ruin that, but it is really good. It's not a good movie, but there are some parts that are just special. But I'd put this as my third because most of the other shark movies are just too ridiculous for me. Sharknado, I'm not really. It's hilarious, but I'm not really trying to get in on that. The Shallows gets a 6 out of 10 for me because if it had held back on some of the extra shots of the shark that I didn't really think were good, kind of like how Jaws didn't show the shark too often, then it would have probably been a little better, but But there was a few parts, like, this isn't really a spoiler, but where she kind of falls on top of the shark, and man, it is shot pretty cool. So if you're into shark movies, I really do suggest checking it out. If you're into anything about this genre, I suggest checking it out. But if you're not really a horror movie person, or if Jaws is the only shark movie you've ever really liked, it's not really something you should rush out to see. But what did you think about Shallow Waters? The Shallow Sea. No, let me know down below, and, check out my other reviews if you feel like it. I haven't been posting that much recently, and honestly there were some movies that I really should have reviewed that I didn't. I did see them, but I'm kind of at a point where I need more to show what I'm talking about, because there's a lot of movies that I disagreed with a lot. Mostly being that I disagreed with a lot of the praise for the new Ninja Turtles movie, and I disagreed with a lot of the negativity towards Warcraft. And I just wanted to point out why. But if you're interested in those, let me know, because they'll come out way sooner if anyone's really interested. Thank you for watching, and we should chomp down again soon.